if you happen to be in this building and say on a Monday, around 3:30 you are on the third floor, you'll see something amusing or strange. At around 3:30, you'll find engineers who are working at a desk, they all stand. Suddenly, around 80, 100 of them, they stand and they'll all look at a wall, a white wall. And you wonder what. And a few minutes later, a video starts playing there. And that's what we call in my group Monday mini matinee. So what is this Monday mini matinee and how did it come about? It really is something to do with TED and TEDx. So it happens almost every alternate week. We play a short TED video for the team. And this started like about February. And my team, they enjoy it, and so it happens almost every couple of weeks, and if 1 week we don't have it, they ask me what happened to that. So that's the mini matinee that we started, and then of course some other groups picked up. And that's a testimony to the power of TED and the TED videos. I watched my first TED video, I think, close to about 2 years ago. It was spellbinding, and I forget the number of videos that I watched over the time, but a few ones that really stick out. Like, for example, Sixth Sense. I think many of you might have heard that. That not only it was so cool, the technology and what they were showing, but just the whole, it was, you get hooked to it. And then I went on and watched some others. And the passion of the speakers, how they share their personal stories, all of that, I was hooked. Then I said, okay, I want to share this. So one day I played a TED video in one of the town hall meetings of my group. And just watching the audience for the 20 minutes, I said, okay, I'm on to something, because they were all, listening, interested. I think they probably listened with more interest than maybe when I was talking to them in the town hall or anything like that. So I said, okay, this is good. And so I went on and, watched more videos, shared videos. Like I remember one of my colleagues played a video. It was Listening to Music with Your Whole Body by Evelyn Glenn. So the variety of the topics, whether it was something about technology, some were like informative, and some was just that the personal story of the speaker and the emotional connect that they're able to inspire in you. All of them. I said, this is fascinating. I then even went on and in the weekend called my 11-year-old son and I said, hey, let's watch this, and showed him a couple of videos. And he was interested also. And I said, okay, here's a new way to bond with my son, because where I was feeling I was doing good, instead of like always having to, probably just try to connect with him on Facebook or something, this was something useful that I thought he's learning. And, it worked out great. So I think I showed him a video, I think it was Picturing Excess by Chris Jordan. And it's a fascinating view on Western civilization and how he tries to bring about some of those amazing or astonishing statistics, like probably how many paper cups get used or how many Pepsi cans. And he uses a very different visual theme, like creating large compositions, of pictures, and where suddenly when you read a number saying, okay, so many thousand, it's one thing, but he gives a visual representation. So it was one. There was another video I saw, Journey to the Center of the Brain. So it was, I cannot tell in words, how fascinating the breadth of the topic, the fashion, and the cool part about TED videos and all is they're just 18 minutes. So you don't need to set aside a whole morning or even a whole hour. Just in about 18, 20 minutes, you can have like a PowerPoint experience. So with that, I was hooked, no doubt. I was getting my team hooked. And about a year ago, started hearing about TEDx. And when I first heard, I said, this is fascinating. And a few months ago, when Anshul, one of my colleagues, we'll meet him later in the day, came to me and said, why don't we do a TEDx here, right here in Gachibowli? And that's how the TEDxGachibowli idea was born. And I was excited immediately. I went to Saurabh, who had recently joined as the center head for ITC, and he was supportive in this thing, and we set the ball rolling. And here we are. I think this is a great opportunity. This is the first of TEDxGachibowli. I do look forward to many more of these. And without further ado, I'm keeping you from the great experience that I'm sure we will all have today. We'll get started.